Hi guys. As you can tell, here's the hair. Here's the finished product, kind of. It's not really, I don't know. It's okay. I have the way on my angle, my phone. All right, here we go. I'm gonna keep it down. Are you ready? All right. Well, here's the deal, folks. I have to come up with some money to take a test, and I really don't know how to go about this. Trying to apply for Social Security. I'm putting it out there because I've few mental things that I'm trying to deal with, and then I'm probably going to end up getting back surgery because while I was in Pinellas County Jail, they decided to make me work with my lower lumbar disease, spinal stenosis, and neuropathy, which I clearly stated over and over. Please look in the file. Please, oh, nothing. July 1st of 2022, I had a lower lumbar x-ray done and was put bottom bunk, bottom tier. They still put me to work. Matter of fact, I got told I was complaining about bio. I wasn't complaining about bio. I was complaining about lifting 25-pound bucket of water, which I shouldn't have been lifting. I was complaining about mopping an entire room because I shouldn't have been doing that. And I was complaining because you're telling me to hurry up when I just got down here. And then one guard tells me I'm not supposed to touch. I have to lift these trays, okay, because it's a job. You got to get up 2 o'clock because you eat around that, and you got to hand the trays out. Well, they're heavy trays because you got to take them from there and you got to put them up there. If you do one at a time, that's not fast enough. So I was asking for help, but the girl that I was asking for, one of the guards, like, no, she can't do it. You have to do it. One for chemicals and one for food. Well, here's a little secret. No, honey, that's not how it works. Because after you're done doing the trays, you're cleaning. The day before, you're cleaning. So it doesn't matter whether you deal with chemicals or not, because that rule's not filed. Certain guards may do it, but not all of them. So, but I must say that I was very grateful because while I was in there, I had 2 guards. I don't remember the names. I wish I could say their names, but I don't remember. It was a medical. And I literally could not move. I was in tears, and I was told that if I didn't go to work, I was going to get a DR. Okay, I don't know if anybody knows the whole cop language, but CCS is a write-up where they verbalize and tell you. A DR is where they put you in a single room with nobody. You got a glass window about this big. Almost like a psych ward. Anybody ever been to a psych, or the movie Psych Ward where they put you in a room? That's what they do for a DR. So if I refused to go to work, I was going to get a DR for not going to work because my back hurt. I had 2 guards who actually were amazing. They said, we're going to switch jobs. And I said, what? I felt really bad. I'm like, I'll try and do my best. I'll try and do my best. And they're like, no, we're going to. She was like, no, we're going to do your job today. I'm like, wait a minute, don't make me feel bad because I'm sore. You guys are. So needless to say, that was towards the end, but they still continued to make me work. So I went into I put medical, you got to put in a sick call where they charge you $10. I put in 4. Every time I got Tylenol, you can get Tylenol for a few days for your pain. And every time I'd say, okay, I have lower lumbar disease, I'm not supposed to be doing this. And prior to this, I notified them I have lower lumbar disease. I'm supposed to be on the bottom tier, bottom bunk. No. No. Had I been on the bottom tier and bottom bunk when I died, I might have not actually experienced that whole entire process. Although, flipping a coin, that's kind of funny because probably was already dead by then anyway. But, so needless to say, I got a DR after I died in C43 or C42 because one of the guards decided to say, I don't belong on the bottom bunk. I got to get back up top. When the nurse put me on the bottom bunk and the guard that was working prior. That's 1. 2, they took me off my psych meds without even notifying me for a month. 3, they made me work, and now I have to get back surgery on my back. And I went to the nurse and told her, she's like, don't tell me how to do my job. She's not even a nurse. She does stats, or I don't know, she needs Slim Fast and some serious, serious medical help, because if you're supposed to be setting by example, she was not doing it. There, I said it. I feel a lot better. God forgive me, but the truth is, I'm like, it's on page 6. Now, I just got up and walked out. They continued to make me work. And now I can't even get a part-time job or do anything because I have to get back surgery, which my doctor sent me over. So there's my story. Right now, I am disabled because Pinellas County Jail decided to take it upon themselves to make their own rules and not follow medical rules. Not to mention, I was put in ECHO, maximum security, whatever it is. There's no counseling, there's no therapy, and the social worker, when I emailed her to find out where I was going to live when I got out, told me to check my tablet. Check my tablet. Wow. Then I had to find a head nurse who actually got me back on my psych meds a week before I left. I've been off them for about a month, telling everybody, you know what I got? Make a sick call, make a sick call. I've had 3. Communication was great. Thank you guys. I appreciate you very much.